What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We've come to the end of November. I mean, we're sort of like way into December now, but I thought it'd be fun now that all the sort of international rugby is done to go over the channel and do like a monthly review, because I know some of you guys really enjoy it, to see how the channel's doing. The channel's growing really well. Go over some videos that did really well, go through some stats, some figures, just to get you guys a bit more wrapped up in the community of the channel, because I really enjoy doing these videos just to see how we got on like across like the last month, to see how the channel's grown and stuff. So in terms of the videos and stuff, we've been doing real well. If you remember, about a month and a bit ago, 2 months ago, I did the whole channel rebranding. I moved away from the original name. I still have my little @ sign there if people want to tag me in videos and what have you. But we did move on to Mad Dragon Rugby. I made it official. I made the move over because those were the videos that more people wanted to watch. We had the gaming plus the rugby stuff, and it sort of impacted each other in quite negative ways. So I made the change to do rugby because that was the thing that was pulling in the views. That's what you guys were interacting with more, and that's what you guys really enjoyed. So we made the change. I tried to make it a bit more dedicated about rugby. I changed it the way we did some of the videos. We added more things like match reports. I tried to cover more videos and stuff, and the channel's doing really well off the back of it, which is really nice. I'm really happy you guys are enjoying the content so much, like coming up with little ideas like this one with the World Cup draw and stuff. I thought that would be just a fun little video for you guys to like get to watch. I got to like 1,500 views. I know in the world of YouTube, 1,500 views is like nothing when you consider people like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all these dudes are up there getting like millions of views every day. I'm a very small channel in a very niche market in a very corner of YouTube. So we're not going to be pulling those sorts of views. I don't really know if anyone pulls those sorts of views. Maybe someone like Squidge Rugby's like get into those sort of 6-figure views, but I don't really think many of us are pulling millions anytime soon. But considering the channel size, we have increased up to 2.2 thousand subscribers now, which is awesome. That's climbing as well. That is like nearly as many views as we have subscribers, which sounds insane. You think if you're subscribed to the channel, you'd want to watch it, but it doesn't work like that. No channel works like that. You always have quite a low percentage. Normally it is like 10%. We'll go over those stats later on, but I'm glad a video did like that did well. Just a little chat, little talk about rugby. Some of the match reports doing extremely well. England versus the Springboks there, 7,500 views. That's insane. That is like actually up there in like one of the top 10 videos ever out on the channel. We started doing these to go alongside the Super Brew, but to check out like the world rankings and stuff. That's the sort of thing we started doing this year rather than just going over the Super Brew. And you guys seem to be loving that. They seem to get like, I don't know, I'd probably say like 1,000 views is like a fair average. That one got 1,000. The week before, 953. Like they pull in a good amount of people. So I'm glad that you guys seem to enjoy that and going through the World Cup rankings and seeing some extra stuff. You guys like stats is one thing I'm beginning to find out. Maybe I should be doing more things around rugby stats and stuff. But the match report's also doing well. It's quite weird. I still haven't quite worked out why some match reports do better than others. If anyone sort of has a reason as to why you think maybe done better, if you have any comments about thumbnails, what style of thumbnail you guys prefer to like click on and stuff, that's all really useful stuff to me. It genuinely is. I'm a really small channel. YouTube is great at helping big channels get bigger. It is not so great at helping smaller channels get bigger. So any stuff like that, if you guys like, what type of thumbnail do you prefer? Do you prefer these ones where it's like cut in half with two big people? Do you prefer a picture from the actual game itself? Do you like having writing over the top? It's all really useful stuff for me to know, because it is quite weird how like some games, England versus Springboks, 7,500 views, whereas like France versus Japan, 253. Is it just the game it is that draws in the amount of views? But then you have games like Wales versus Australia. I thought that was a mega game. I thought that one would go through the roof. I thought there'd be loads of Australian people getting involved. I thought there'd be loads of Wales subscribers getting in there to talk about how Pivac needs to get sacked. And it didn't do that well, to be fair. 389 still good for this channel, but it didn't get as many as I sort of thought it did comparatively to like England versus Springboks. So I'm still trying to work out how to sort of make it a bit more consistent and help the channel grow. But across the November scene, we've had some good ones. Like I said, the 7,500, there's 4.2 there, 2,000. So a couple of them are doing really well. It's slowly getting more consistent. If you actually go back through the channel and you sort of look at before we made the switch over, this is where I did the channel rebranding about 2 months ago. And actually looking back over now, in terms of like the amount of views and stuff that we were getting before that, although some of the match reports did pretty well, I would say we were averaging, you know, probably 200, even a couple less than that. Some of them 87 views, 100 odd, a couple of them get into the higher marker, but I would say we were averaging like 100 to 200 views. Now that the change has been made and we're getting a bit more consistent with covering the rugby stuff, that number's growing now. We moved towards sort of getting into the 300, 400 marker, and I think it's fair to say we're moving towards I don't know, 400 to 600 now every video, which is fun. I like that you guys are doing that sort of stuff when it comes to the rugby content. You are enjoying it as much. In terms of how the videos have been doing then over, I'm going to put it to November. I know we're sort of into December. I'm a little bit behind on this. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my own time. But just in terms of some stats and of what's gone on over the last sort of month or so, the number of views, insanely up. 45,000 views this month. Like, that is incredible. It does actually say there, 487% more than in October. We got like 4 times as many views. So obviously the Autumn International is doing well on the channel. I'm not really sure what the impressions means. If that's more like, you know, what it sort of recommends on the sidebar when you're watching a video. Does it come up with my video a lot saying like, oh, by the way, sort of related, you might enjoy Mad Dragon stuff? I don't know, but 460,000, that sounds great. I wish it was subscribers as opposed to impressions. Not getting there, but a 7.6% click-through rate, which I think is like how many people after finishing one video click on another one. 7.6 sounds quite high to me. I know it's not high in terms of like a percentage, but you know, 7% of everyone who watches a video probably clicks onto another video. That's pretty good. I like that idea, if that's what it is. I might be completely wrong. In terms of the videos doing well then, you can see, of course, we've done the World Rankings ones. A lot of people like sticking around to watch the World Rankings ones. I imagine a lot of that's also because of the Super Brew. We do the Super Brew at the end, so obviously anyone involved with the Super Brew wants to stick towards the end of the video. But nice to see some of the preview videos and stuff. People are sticking around to watch the video and not just sort of watching up to that 30-second marker. Mad that so many people click on a video and just immediately click away from it. Yeah, top videos of the November channel. And of course, it is that England versus Springboks game. Absolutely out there. Scotland versus the All Blacks did really well. That got like 4.3 thousand. England versus Springboks preview. That was obviously just a massive game. People were really excited about that one. 2.3. France versus Springboks 2,000. Ireland versus Springboks. There's quite a consistent thing of Springboks in here, to be fair. You South African guys getting in here, subscribing to the channel. You are swaying the audience at the minute, which is pretty fun. And this is one that I actually quite enjoy looking at. Just how do people find the channel? Because again, it's a small channel. It's quite hard to promote yourself unless you're going to pay YouTube like hundreds of pounds to promote your stuff, which I don't do. I do it for fun, and hopefully people find me. It'd be nice to know that a lot of people are actually like finding me through searching me or searching for the videos that I'm covering, and like browse features. That's fun. People just passively go along like, hey, cool. Like half the people who find us just see us pop up and like, hey, cool, we'll check out this guy, see what he's all about. Looks like other channels aren't really helping in terms of like, you know, no one's sort of finding us due to other channels, I imagine is what that sort of means in terms of like suggested videos and external. The suggested videos is 3.6%. So that to me sounds like that little taskbar you see down the side on YouTube. So I'm not sure what that 400 thing is. I don't know what that means. I still don't know the world of YouTube analytics, but it is nice that people can actually find the channel and find the videos and stuff just by searching on YouTube or going through the browse feature. So I'm glad the channel is getting a bit more of an audience. And then in terms of the audience, in terms of you guys, you yourselves, how are you impacting the channel? Well, the returning viewers is up 700%. 700%, that's mad. Up to 5,500. So over the course of like the November internationals, 5,500 people are like returning to videos every so often. I'm not sure if it counts like one person every single week counts as like 4 people, or if it means like 5,500 completely different individual users come back to watch them. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, press subscribe, help the channel out, guys. It's really useful. It's free. It's easy. You can unsubscribe later if you want to. But yeah, if there's 5,500 people coming back to the channel consistently, make sure you do press that subscribe button. It really does help me out as a smaller channel. In terms of unique viewers, 30,000 unique viewers. If only people press that subscribe button. I'd be up there. I'd be competing with the big boys. No, we're not there yet. But in terms of subscribers, we've done immensely well over the November internationals. 178 across November, which is more than 1,000% better than we did across October. And again, I know like 178 subscribers. You're like, that's not that many. Again, the big boys of YouTube are in their millions. They're getting this every second. In terms of a channel of my size, we're talking like nearly 10% of all my subscribers on the channel have found the channel this month, which is kind of insane. Like considering that I've been doing this as like a hobby for like 2 years, 10% of all the subscribers is this month alone. So hopefully that sort of keeps growing. I like if that can sort of impact month on month. That'd be quite fun, especially with like the Six Nations coming up. Videos growing my audience. I didn't even know that was a thing. Over the last 90 days, again, a lot of the stuff covering the November internationals, as you expect, but I see a lot of you guys are returning. The Springboks thing is a real big thing, actually. I've been noticing this more and more consistently. I've sort of got an audience somehow from South Africa, which is awesome. I'm glad we're expanding out into the international scene now. But all of these videos, bar one, Scotland versus All Blacks, is the only one in that list that doesn't have South Africa in there. So hello to all the South Africans out there who have subscribed to the channel. Hopefully you are all enjoying. Other channels that you guys watch, it's a lot of rugby. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have guessed? But no, again, some of these big boys, 2 Cents Rugby's up there. That's a big YouTuber in terms of the world of rugby. Like, I'm nowhere near that level. I'm glad that you guys are watching his stuff, coming over to me, watching your stuff. Make sure you get in his comment section, guys. Write my name down. Check out this guy as well. Make sure you pass it around. Other sorts of videos people have watched, of course. You know, a lot of stuff talking about rugby as well. You guys are all sort of evening birds like myself. I'm not really. I'm not up here in the 8 a.m.s. That's where I tend to put out videos. To be fair, is like 4 or 5 sort of after work. I think that's what most people do. I do quite like having a look at like the audience stuff just to see like the age stuff. I find this quite fun. Obviously, people are probably quite similar to me, if not older than me. I imagine a lot of people that watch. You know, across the spread, it's quite evenly spread, to be fair, across the ages. I love the idea that there is 14% of people are 65 and over. That's like, you know, it's like my parents, people's grandparents. I love that. Like, I thought people over like 65 could like barely use a phone and barely use technology. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Hopefully you're all pressing that subscribe button if you are in that little bracket. But we have a really nice range of people giving different views, different opinions and stuff. Male versus female, 90% to like 10. We're quite a male-based channel apparently. Subscribed to not subscribed, 10% subscribed, 89% of people not subscribed. Press the button, guys. Press the button. Help me out. And then in terms of the top geographies as well, this is what I mean. I really feel like we're growing a lot in South Africa. 31% of the entire audience of my channel from South Africa. I don't know how this has happened, but I'm glad it has. I'm glad we're sort of expanding out internationally. 21% from the United Kingdom. A bunch of people in there from New Zealand, Ireland. Oh, class Ireland, of course, as a separate place. And Australia there as well. There we have it, guys. That's going to be a bit of a look at the channel, how we did over the last month. I might do one towards maybe the new year, actually going back over the last year, because I'd really like to see how we actually got on across the year. But yeah, we've been doing really well on the channel. It's so nice to be seeing this growing. Like, I've never seen numbers like this before on the channel of like, you know, subscribers per day, getting like double figure subscribers in one day is really unheard of for the channel. So I'm glad the channel's doing well. Thank you to everyone who is supporting the channel. You are watching these videos, you're hitting that like button, you are subscribed to the channel. All these little things really help a small channel out. I don't actually know how much they really affect like a big guy who's like 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. When you're a small channel, those things genuinely make a massive impact on the videos and the amount of other people that find the channel and stuff. So I'm glad everyone has enjoyed. Hopefully you've enjoyed a bit of the behind the scenes look at the world of YouTube, some analytics, some views and stuff, because I know some people really do enjoy this stuff. I wish I'd known a bit more about this before starting the channel. So people that are wanting to start their own channel, hopefully looking at stuff like this, it's kind of useful to sort of get a bit of an idea of what it's like and how it works, and that people aren't probably going to be watching every video. You might not even get past the first 30 seconds. But that's how it is, guys. But hopefully you are all enjoying the channel. Thank you to everyone who is subscribed, if you've taken part in the Super Brew over the last year and what have you. When we get round to in the Six Nations, we'll be doing it all over again. I'm really enjoying making videos about rugby, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them too. Thank you to everyone who is taking part in the community and is helping this channel grow. I'm really glad to see where we're at, and hopefully we keep it going into 2023 World Cup year, guys. Hopefully this could be a big year for the channel to get some growth. I will see you all next time, guys. Bye bye.